You're scrolling, drifting through the endless static of the algorithm, waiting for the signal to cut through the noise. Consider, if you will, that you just found the frequency. You've just stepped off the timeline of the everyday, into the space where the forgotten history and the hidden truths finally touch down. There's the story you know, and then there's the airspace we're about to enter. Check your coordinates, because you're heading towards the landing point. Welcome back, friends. Today's story. Funny might get it. The boy was just 8 years old. Growing up in Milwaukee, Wisconsin, little Jerome was a sensitive child, deeply attached to his mother, Gina. But one afternoon, the carefree days of his home abruptly stopped. His mother had suffered a severe heart attack, brought on by complications from rheumatic fever. The house was suddenly filled with hushed voices, concerned relatives, and the terrifying, ever-present prospect of death. Before leaving the house, the family doctor took little Jerome out to the hallway. He knelt down, looking the 8-year-old squarely in the eyes, and handed him a prescription that no pharmacy could ever fill. The doctor said, "Don't ever argue with your mother. Don't ever upset her. In fact, try to make her laugh. If you upset her, you might kill her." Imagine the weight of that burden on those small shoulders. Jerome believed with all his heart that his mother's very survival depended entirely on his ability to be funny. So the frightened little boy became a full-time entertainer. He developed accents. He performed elaborate pantomimes. He learned how to take a pratfall, how to contort his face into ridiculous expressions, and how to turn his own deep-seated anxiety into a punchline. He wasn't just telling jokes. He was quite literally performing to save her life. And it worked. He kept her laughing. As Jerome grew up, he never stopped acting. He moved away to study theater, dedicating himself to the complete craft. He wanted to be a serious dramatic actor. He wanted to tackle Shakespeare and Chekhov on the great stages of the world. But he felt his birth name, Jerome Silberman, didn't quite sound like a dramatic leading man. It didn't have the poetic ring he desired on the marquee. So he borrowed the first name of the character in the Thomas Wolfe novel and the name of the great American playwright Thornton Wilder. He took his newly minted, sophisticated name to the stage, landing a role in a serious play opposite the brilliant actress Anne Bancroft. But Anne happened to be dating a frantic, loud, visionary comedy writer named Mel. Mel came to see the play and immediately saw something utterly unique in the young actor. He saw the boy who had learned how to perfectly balance desperate, wild-eyed panic with brilliant, hysterical comedy. Mel promised to cast him as a nervous, blanket-clutching accountant in the movie he was writing called The Producers. From there, the serious Shakespearean actor who learned his craft at the foot of his sick mother's bed became a cinematic legend. He was a gunslinger who drank to steady his hands. He was a mad scientist yelling, "It's alive!" And most famously of all, he was the brightly dressed, eccentric candy maker who invited all of us to the world of pure imagination. Jerome Silberman is Gene Wilder. And whether you realize it or not, this is The Landing Point. Viewers, thank you for watching today, The Landing Point. We really appreciate it. I'd like to take a moment to thank our sponsor, Roadrunner Real Estate. They are a full-service real estate company doing both commercial and residential real estate. They can help you buy, sell, or even lease your properties. So if you're in the market looking for a real estate company, please go out and give them a call. They'll happily help you today. The next thing I'd like to talk about is our social media. Obviously, we have YouTube if you're watching that today. If you haven't done so already, please go out and subscribe. It is completely free to you. There's nothing that you'll be charged or your membership fees, but it does help us out so we can get our latest episodes to you quickly, and you can find out what's going on with YouTube. Our other place that we do a lot of our social media is on our Facebook page, The Landing Point. So please go out and like and subscribe, or follow those, I guess I would say, so you get the latest updates. If you're a person that likes to listen to stories as you're out on the drive, we have our podcast. You can find The Landing Point out there, and it can be on most services. So once again, thank you for watching The Landing Point, and we look forward to see you on our next story.